like, there were a lot of times you'd lay there in bed on a night and you'd stare at ceiling. You're like, I'm meant to be a fucking man.
Yeah.
I'm a dad now, I know. And why the fuck? Why can't I just ask someone for help? Why can't you as a man ask for help? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have to ask for help, I'm telling you. It's fucking essential.
Yeah.
You have to, in my opinion. You don't be like, oh, I'm ashamed because I'm a man. Because I was, and,
I was so much as well. Bro.
Yeah, man, and you don't want to ask for help. You don't, but I had to ask for help in the end.
Yeah.
I had no option but to do it. But then I look back now and go, if only I'd have just asked somebody and told them the truth all along. Welcome back to part 2, brother.
Welcome back, let's go.
Let's do this.
Yeah, it was good last time.
Alright, mint. Yeah, thanks for all positive feedback. It's been mint, love it, absolute. That's what we want, to hear what you think, so the more the better, so 100%.
Nice to enjoy hearing so many people tuning in and actually intrigued to know what we've got to say.
Yeah, about our fuck up.
Yeah, about our fucked up shit.
But yeah, we're back,
Back with a bang.
Yeah.
Back with a bang, baby. Let's fucking go.
But
so many people related to what we had to
say.
Yeah,
I had loads of people coming up to me saying like, it was mint hearing that, and that's what I want to hear, that we're helping people to realise stuff, so I think that's buzzing.
Yeah, people said exactly the sort of vibe that we were trying to give off. Funny, a bit of piss-taking, but serious stuff that actually means a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I was speaking to a girl today and she said to me, like, when you know someone, she was tearing up at parts,
Really?
And, so that, that's, even though that's horrible, it's good that...
Raw emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so, yeah. Let's go more into...
Should we go into crazy stuff that we
did when we were on it? Yeah. Because people will want to hear that. And yeah, let's do it.
Let me have a think. I'm going to go for the time I smashed into a cop chase 4 days before I went to rehab. So, I've gone to pub quiz, as I normally do on a Thursday. Still to this day, I enjoy the pub quiz. And obviously, 4 days later, I'm going to a rehab centre in Loughborough, a Christian rehab. So I've gone, heads all over at shop, as you can imagine. I'm on coke, ketamine, a lot of ketamine, and drink. So quiz has ended. At this point, I'm just fucked. Not all over fucked. I shouldn't be driving. I'm all over fucked because I purposely had coke just before I left.
Try and level you out.
To just instantly level me out.
Yeah.
And I went out, jumped in my car straight away, like we're parked outside like an idiot. I put the music on loud, trying to show off. And boys, I had two of my boys, Gammon, Tickle, both saying, Matty, what you doing? Get out of the car now and turn the tunes off. You're looking like a right dickhead. I went, no, I don't give a fuck. Rightly so, boys, as well.
Yeah, I'm going to say, that's what you want your mates to be doing.
What a dickhead I looked. And for that, boys, thank you, and I do apologise. And I apologise to the club as well for being outside it, being a knobhead. And I've turned tunes down. I had Gammon in window trying to get my key. I'm like, fuck off, Gammon. I had Tickle at front of my bonnet saying, Matty, don't drive. I'm like, Tickle, mate, move now, because I'll just drive anyway. Will you want bonnet or will you off at bonnet? So, imagine Tickle. Oh, Tickle, mate. That'd have been a bad deal, bro. I love you, brother. And so I'm like, I just don't give a fuck about anything right now. So I've looked in the mirror, as you do. Looked at boys. As I've set off, boys have jumped out of the way, obviously. Looked at mirror again, set off, literally corner of my eye, I just seen one little blue flash as I've pulled out, boom, cop car had gone 90 mile an hour, straight into the driver's side. Luckily, I weren't about a metre forward, because then it had gone into me. It just smashed all my front end in. Cop car flipped in road a couple of times, I think.
What, the cop car flipped?
The cop car, brother, flipped a couple of times in road. I ended up... don't even know where I ended up. Probably about 5 meters away from where I was. You can imagine driving 90 miles.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's like fuck all happened to me. I jumped out of the car like a rabbit. I just were like, oh, for fuck's sake. I just, at this point, I'm that deep in it and that much of and my head's just that mangled. I'm like, nah, I'm just not even asked about this now. Open coppers are alright, obviously.
Yeah. I'm guessing like a sense of guilt as well on cops.
Not really, you know. Not really.
Because you were that fucked.
I was just that fucked and that depressed. I just didn't give a fuck about out, really. And then, so I've jumped out. I'm like, right, boys, it were me. Put my hand up. I went, it were me that were driving. I weren't letting them fuck about. Me that were driving. Take me to the station. We'll do what we've got to do and we'll get it over and done with. So I got in the cop car. Bear in mind, the road rules, yes, I shouldn't have been driving, yes, I shouldn't have been on drugs, but I did everything as a driver properly, as I should have done.
Yeah.
They were going on a sweeping bend, double speed limit, in dark, in an unknown area, and they were West Yorkshire police, so they were unfamiliar with the area. I had to direct them to cop station, got in, I was just being sounds out with him, compliant, I can't be asked to bullshit and lie to him. I was being compliant, got to cop station, went and sat in my cell. About 2 hours later, I think I fell asleep for about half an hour or something. Copper just come in and says, right, Matty, your mum's here to pick you up in 15 minutes. I says, what? And that's it. Just literally my mum's picking me up, simple as that, boom, and I'm gone.
I would have shit myself if they said my mum's coming.
Yeah,
I would have.
That was fucking music to my ears. I thought, what, they're not even... Another part of the story, I blew just over on a roadside test. Don't know how, when I had about 3 doubles and 2 pints. It was, so I didn't drink that much, but definitely enough to... And then it was being sound, he said, right, mate, get to the station. You might just blow under by the time you get to the station. I don't really know how that works, but maybe the alcohol settling in you reduces it or something, I don't know. Got to the station, they didn't even test me, didn't blood test me, didn't piss sample me, didn't swab me, anything. Next minute, you know, my mum picked me up, got home, bullshitted me mum, obviously, to go back out. I went, Mum, I'm just going to have to go for a walk, mate. I also hit my head in the car, which I didn't know about. I had a big egg on the side of my head. So, it didn't knock me out or give me concussion or out. So, went for a walk. The whole intention of the walk was to go and get some cat. So, I walked straight after that. Second I got in, that's all I could think about.
Typical though, isn't it? That when you're in that mindset, man.
I've just smashed into a cop car.
You didn't give a fuck.
Didn't give a shit. And then sniffed it all as I'm walking to McDonald's drive-through, which I walked through. Went and got a McDonald's and then debated going work and then just thought, nah, I can't go work. So yeah, that's a pretty mad story that my children don't need to hear about in future. Maybe when they're about 20.
Yeah.
I'm not bragging about that shit.
I've had a simple, obviously, when you're an addict, everyone's been in car off the road. That's what I think anyway, and I have.
Yeah, definitely.
There were one day I was leaving work. And I was pulled up at some lights, and I remember I were on my phone, as you know, when lights turned to green. So in corner of my eye, I seen it turn to green. I was still looking at my phone, and the car in front had not set off properly. So I obviously took my foot off clutch and set off, shunted this car in front, and I was like, "Fuck!" So at this point, I got out, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, love. And she goes, it's all right. It's not that bad. There's no damage. She goes, only thing is, me daughter's back at car and she's pregnant.
Oh, that's the last thing you wanted to hear,
I swear to God, the guilt, like my heart, I thought I was going to have a fucking heart attack there. And then, you know, and I was crying in bits. I says, will you please take my number and, you know, you let me know, please. Because I won't go to sleep her out until I know she's all right, you know. And you know, that was probably one of the worst things I've ever done. And then all night messaging, have you heard anything yet? You know, not getting a message back. Hours later, I got one. She goes, yeah, we've had a scan, everything's fine. And like you know, you get that message. Right, fuck it, I'm going to get a bag.
Celebration, let's get drugged up.
Yeah, that's it, you know, and, you know,
it's
at
crazy
that point...
how your emotions can switch.
Yeah, and like you said in last episode, you know, have you ever felt suicidal? Mate, if it would have happened to that baby, that could have fucking tipped me well over edge.
It's one of them things that'll fuck your head up for life.
Guilty as fuck. Yeah. But then again, like, everything gets wiped out then because, you know, you're back on it, whatever. There were another time as well where I were on my way up to Wakefield.
Right.
Having keys on my way up in car. Anyway, in my rear view mirror, I seen blue lights. So I pulled over onto the side. It were about 3 cars back. I pulled over to the side. So did other cars slowed down as well. But this cop car came straight behind me, and I just went, fuck. So I knew it was pulling me over. So I got out, sat in back at cop car. I'm off my head in this cop car, like off my head. And he didn't ask, he didn't worry about that. But all that flagged up was I had no insurance, no MOT on my car. He goes, I'm gonna have to take your car, mate. I says, what? Can I not just go home and, you know, put insurance on right now? I'll go home and do it right now. So, and he's like, nah, mate, we're taking it. He says, do you want to walk from here or get a lift? I was like,
yeah, I'll walk.
I'll fucking
I'd have been like, I'll walk. I could do it
I'm rocking up in car, mate.
Fuck off.
Mate, I were about 2.5, 3 miles away. I was like, nah. And it were on a dual carriageway kind of thing, this, you know. Oh, mate. No, I wasn't even up in Wakefield at this point. But then I had to tell everyone my car broke down, lying. Goes back to lies, doesn't it? You make shit up. You know, I didn't want to tell people my car got seized and that.
Yeah.
But, mate, that were rough. Really rough.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
Would also like to mention Andy's Man Club. Suicide is the biggest killer of men under 54. 1 man every 2 hours. All their groups meet on Mondays at 7 p.m, except for bank holidays. To find your nearest group, visit the website www.andysmanclub.co.uk. It's okay to talk.
Another one for me is I nearly died at a festival from basically ketamine overdose. Yeah, I was obviously not eating, not drinking anymore. I was just drinking berries at fucking tenner a go as well. Do you know what I mean? Expensive. What
Festivals for you, man.
Festivals, bro. Yeah. So I'm at We Are Festival, all the way in Essex, about 3.5 hours away or something. We're all boys, cracking festival, cracking bunch of boys, and obviously I've smuggled a load of drugs into the festival. I've been assault shitloads in there, left enough just for me to take, and this was last day. It was the lineup for the festival and the record label that I was going to see for the day was the perfect scenario for me. I've got my little brother there, I've got my main boys there, I've got loads of drugs left, I've got loads of money in my pocket. This festival's sitting well for me right now. Yeah. And then boom, ket cramps start coming, and I'm thinking, no, because when you're on ket all the time, it gets to a point where your kidneys start failing, and it starts fucking all your bladder up, your kidneys, your stomach, and you end up with ket cramps, which any of you ket heads will know what ket cramps are like. Just to give people who don't know a rough idea, yeah. I know a bird who were a ket head, and she's obviously had children, and she says ket cramps are worse than having contractions, being in labour. So that just shows the brutality of them, yeah. So I'm at this festival, 3rd day in, I'm buzzing, I'm ready for this absolute fucking 8-hour masterclass techno raving. And I start getting.
I love your choice of words.
Trust me, bro. I'm starting to get these ket cramps, and I'm thinking, no, this is the worst time possible. So I go over to my tent just to get out of the way, lay down, and I am cramping up to the point where I'm thinking, can I stay here? Do I just try and knock it out? A lot of people are fucking 999'd it, but I thought, I can't do this. I can't. I need to try and at least get in there. And then I'm there. I'm ODing. My face has gone pale and green. My stomach, I'm trying to shit in something. I'm trying to make myself spew. I'm trying to punch myself in the stomach. I'm trying to do sit-ups, anything that's going to do something to my stomach, but nothing worked. Then my little brother come in, Benj. I miss you, bro. I fucking love you, Ben. Ben come in and is like, Matty, mate, you don't look too good, bro. I'm not going to lie. You all right? I says, mate, honestly, I just feel a bit shit. I've got a little bit of cramps. No biggie, bro. I'm sound. Really, I'm thinking, Ben, bro, you're just about to lose your big brother. I feel like I'm going to fucking die. I don't know whether to ring 999 or just to accept dying or... Anyway, I ended up packing it out, and then I'm just laid there thinking, every time you get ket cramps, and I bet every single kethead who gets ket cramps does this, they lay there thinking, why the fuck am I doing this to myself? This is not normal behaviour. I've sniffed about easily over 20 gram, maybe even an ounce in 3 days, and I'm like... I'm there laying there, borderline thinking I'm going to die. My little brother's seen it, and it's like, what is happening? Why am I doing this to myself? Missed all the record label's called Resistance anyway. I missed all the Resistance, all my favourite DJs, what this were based around, and I just laid there like a fucking little bitch.
Do you know, like, you missed all that, right? And you were on about, in last one we said, like, things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, that's a sign. Look, if you're going to keep doing this, you're going to miss all the best shit in life.
You know what, bro? That's a very good fucking analogy.
That's a sign, mate.
Yeah, that's a sign, bro.
100% a sign.
But yeah, it would deserve that I missed it. Barry Big Bollocks just sniffing like it's literally going out of fucking fashion and just fucked me over. And I missed it, and my little brother seen me like that, and it were a bit of a waste of time,
so
really.
What average were you doing? Like, do you know when you were fucking
drug
at your
intake?
Worst? Yeah. Let's say, how much on average were you doing?
Right. So again, it had different timings. When I was selling it, the ketamine were really good and strong and clean. I was probably doing 2 gram to 3.5 gram a day. So let's say 3 bags to 5 bags a day. Not even crushing it up. So I'm sniffing crystals that big because I'm just not even crushing it up.
I bet they were falling out your nose and what in that one.
Fucking, I was sniffing too hard, mate. My nose was like a fucking Hoover. I was sniffing it that fucking hard. It was going into my brain, baby.
Call me Henry, man.
No, yeah, call me fucking Henry VIII or Henry the Hoover, whichever one.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's got 7 wives.
They both fit.
Oh, has he got 7 wives? Has he got 5?
8. Oh, no.
8? I watched a video on him other day, mate, and apparently...
I'm just thinking 8 wives for Henry VIII. I were a bit shit at history.
Henry VIII, I just think of a fucking 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm shit at history, but I've started watching a lot of documentaries about history, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so 3 bags, we'll do it in bags instead of grams, because everyone knows what a normal bag looks like. 3 bags to 5 bags, and then on a weekend, if I were going out, I'd probably do 5 bags to 8 bags. On a night time.
5 to 8?
Yeah, 5 to 8 bags. And then if I were at a festival or a beefer, I'd probably do, 6 to 12 bags each day. Yeah, so sometimes it just got really out of hand. I just taking piss with it.
So, like, would you say compared to other people you've had on ket, would you say you've got a high tolerance for it?
I've got a massive tolerance for it.
Yeah.
There's not many people who I know.
That about me when I were on coke. Everyone said your tolerance was big. And people said, like, there were times I were out, like, you can't even tell you've had it.
No.
You know, and I
You can fucking tell I had
well.
it.
Really? Yeah.
But like fucking cod zombies off a World of War. fucking walking through fields.
It's resistance on,
Yeah, it's resistance on, yeah. Mate, you can't even fucking stand up, you daft cunt.
Fucking hell.
But yeah, and then that'll probably... So for half of my addiction, it were like that. And then when I stopped selling it, obviously, I didn't have as much money. I had to be careful in what I spent. So I'll probably do an 18th a day, which is like 2.5 bags a day. And then sometimes when I got pissed, it'd be an eighth. So that's probably mine. What about you, bro?
I mean, I would do it definitely on 3. Well, let's say you get an half, don't you? Which is 1, but I was on 3 for 100. So
3 for 100.
I was doing 3 bags a day, every day, and that was 700 quid a week.
Yeah,
like every week. Do you know what I mean? And like I remember one weekend, I ordered and I think it were an Henry.
Yeah.
What is an 8 for it? 3.5.
3.5 for 200 bar.
Yeah. So I got one of them on a Friday night, And I remember saying, right, I'm going to split this evenly, so I've got it for weekend, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you fuck? Friday, I must have done at least 2.
Just kidding yourself when you say
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
I'll save some for tomorrow.
And I knew straight away as soon as I got it, I was like, no, I'm definitely still going to go work tomorrow. I didn't go work on
What,
Saturday.
let a client down?
Yeah, let a client down
Absolute
again.
bullshit at fuck.
Yeah, I've been up all night shitting and some bollocks, whoever that was, I'm fucking really sorry.
Could have said something a bit more hygienic.
Yeah, well.
yeah, I was up all night just absolutely fucking ruining toilet. Fucking ruined it, broke
Which
it.
I probably fucking was, I was fucking sniffed up. Like, but it were, I mean, that weekend, man, I did that 3.5 and it were good stuff, so I were constantly fucking just wandering my house on edge.
Ugh.
It were
the people
Twitch
in your
101,
house?
you know.
Were the people in your house?
No, they were on a night, but that's probably when I'd have fucked off in other room on Xbox or something out of way, you know, so, you know, and fucking hell, even them nights when I used to go on Xbox and, like, one of my ex-partners, she found trails all over the floor and, like, on my seat, on my gaming seat, and came in from work one day, and I remember having... I put all my empty bags into one of my fucking games. You know, my cases, game cases.
Yeah, man.
And she was tidying in conservatory. I walked in and went, shit.
Yeah.
She's definitely seen something. And she just went, here, what's that in there? And I went, what? And I knew what were coming. As I opened it up, there must have been about 10 empty bags. And obviously just collected them over time. But that's when... that relationship started going downhill, you know, and so.
Talking about finding stuff, my mum found 2,400 quid for drugs in one of my coat pockets. She were getting gist that I was selling drugs, and I went out with some of my boys, went to one of their houses, not mentioning names, and we got on mushroom session. Were it mushrooms?
Mushies, man.
Yeah, it was mushrooms. It was cybacillin, which is like the mushroom extract. I got this emo guy to get it me off of the dark web. So instead of eating a mushroom, we're just eating a crystal, basically. So at these crystals, I'm tripping balls. We got home, obviously tripping
balls.
I'd have been worried if I weren't. And I've gone into my secret fucking coat pocket in my wardrobe, and I've fucking gone to just a little field check, a little pat down, and I thought, nah, I'm definitely not tripping out anymore, and they're not fucking there. Woke up in the morning, looked at my mum, she just looked at me in disgust, and I went, I can't remember exactly what got said to each other because I was still a bit wonky from night, but yeah, she found fucking 100 pills, which is fucking £1,000 street value, and,
oh my God.
And an ounce and a half of ketamine weighed up, so 60 bags at 30 quid.
60 bags?
Yeah, 30 quid a got 1.8. So no, it was 2.8 grand of actually. So all weighed up, ready to just graft it out.
Dispatch.
And she found the fucking lot and she flushed the lot. So I'm there. I was blagging it. I was saying, "Ma'am, I owe some bad boy money for that." And she's like, "Well, you should have think what you were doing instead of bringing shit into my house." And I really apologise for that because she's had problems like that in the past with my dad with drugs and stuff. And what a surprise, I bring it on her as well.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, Mum, but. Yeah, she flushed a lot, and obviously I didn't owe for it. I bought everything outright, but I tried blagging it to make her feel bad, as you do. But yeah, a lot of money gone down. Swanee there.
Oh,
gutted.
Fucking
I've got another severely embarrassing story about me. So, as a ketamine addict, when your bladder gets fucked, it's in your head that at some point you're gonna have to physically piss yourself. There's going to be an option where you can't just, luckily we're boys, so we can just chuck rod out and slash wherever. But on this, there's going to come a time when you can't. I've been on a plane before where stewards are saying, sit down, we're landing. I'm saying, listen, I'm not fucking pissing myself on this plane. So I am walking to that toilet and I'm trying not to be rude and disrespectful. But there were little close calls like that, do you know what I mean? And then I were in a taxi on way back from the Ziggo in Amsterdam, and I've been smoking through these triple vodka lemonades, but they freaking fill this pint glass with lemonade. So I'm like, I don't want that. I just wanted loads of vodka and a little bit of lemonade. Yeah. So I've been sinking these lemonades. I've gone for a slash before I set off, because you're always timing your journeys, your pisses, paranoid out your head, thinking you're gonna. Anyway, so I've got in this taxi. Within 5 minutes, I'm thinking, oh my God, I need a piss. So I'm looking at roads. I'm thinking, nah, there's no head you can even pull. There's no hard shoulder in Holland on them roads. Well, I was fucking tripping out, but I knew there weren't no hard shoulder anyway. So I'm in this car and I'm thinking, I am actually going to end up having to piss myself here. Oh my God, the time has finally come. After 2 or 3 years when my body were really knackered, I thought, I'm going to have to piss myself here. So I fucking tried holding on. Just pissed myself. Bear in mind, I'm in a two-piece bright blue Machino shorts and jumper.
So you can tell by a mile.
You can tell, mate. Bear in mind, I'm sat down as well, so when I piss myself, it's going to go all over my arse. So I pissed, right? I'm thinking, oh my God, message my mate, Caden. Another good lad. Nice one, Caden.
Cheers, Caden.
Yeah, no. And there's a thank you at the end of this, and he knows what I'm saying. Right? So I pissed myself. Boom. I pissed myself again because my bladder's just that active now from bloody all drink and
double
that.
Piss.
Yeah, I double pissed myself in a taxi. I'm thinking, right, I can't get caught, so I'm going to get a bollock in here. So I've put window down, I'm vaping, I'm blowing vape smoke on driver to just decoy him. This is a fucking decoy job, guys. Mission the ball. We're going to need a fucking decoy in this bitch. So I messaged Caden. I said, right, Caden, mate, not going to lie, I pissed myself. Second his taxi pulls up, just get out and walk normal, but fairly fast. Let's bounce. So he's like, I'll never forget the face he looked at me. He just looked at me in shock as if to say, fuck off, Matty, you want. Bear in mind, Uber in his name. So taxi pulls up. We pull up at destination. I'm fucking absolutely drenched in piss, my own piss, and it stunk as well. But luckily I managed to blag it to the driver. Got out, just started stomping. Nothing came back from it, thankfully. I then had to walk through the main Amsterdam train station.
Oh, and that is busy as fuck.
Honestly, it looked like I was wearing fucking Arctic camo.
To be fair, though, in Amsterdam, they've probably seen that millions of times.
I don't know why. It's an avoidable place when you're covered in your own fucking urine.
Well, it's unavoidable, but I bet they have seen that plenty, mate.
Probably.
If you'd have been anywhere in England, they'd have been like, what the fuck? Amsterdam, oh look, he's had too much fucking mushes all over.
I hit it all over my dick, all over my arse where I've been sat in it, and Caden thankfully let me use his jacket to wrap around me, which were covered in his piss, and it was just so embarrassing. I was just
that's some boy.
Bear in mind, I'm coming down a bit because at rave as well. I'm thinking, what the fuck am I doing here? This is it. And then it was only about a month after that I actually went to rehab. So yeah, that was the end, baby. The end. I finished in a fucking puddle of urine.
Oh.
Felt like a fucking duck.
Well,
swimming about in it.
Felt like a duck.
Whack, whack.
So this podcast is brought to you by Neuroptimax. Neuroptimax Diagnostics is a cutting-edge home blood testing service designed to optimise your health, well-being and athletic performance with smart, easy-to-use test kits and access to advanced biomarkers often overlooked by traditional healthcare. You'll gain powerful insights into your body form, performance, hormones and vitamin levels to omega ratios and thyroid function, all from the comfort of your home. No more waiting weeks for GP appointments or referrals. Our streamlined process allows you to take control of your health on your terms. Your results are analysed by accredited laboratories and delivered securely with clear visual reports and science-backed recommendations, helping you take meaningful action and track your progress over time. Whether you're focused on peak performance or long-term wellness, Neuroptimax puts personalised, preventative health in your hands. Oh, Matt, I mean, I want to go to... I'll tell you what, where I want to go to with this now. I want to go to, so I'll probably end up getting a bit emotional here. So I want to go to how ashamed I was of myself.
Right.
So, let's say... that fit, when you're on coke all the time and you get into that routine. You don't really talk to a lot of people anymore. You're just doing the same thing over, staying in your house.
Yeah, hibernating.
And your mind's playing on you. So like there were a lot of times you'd lay there in bed on a night and you'd stare at ceiling. You're like, I'm meant to be a fucking man.
Yeah.
I'm a dad now and all. And why the fuck? Why can't I just ask someone for help? Why can't you as a man ask for help? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People have to ask for help. I'm telling you, it's fucking essential.
Yeah.
You have to, in my opinion. You don't be like, oh, I'm ashamed because I'm a man. Because I was, and
I was so much as well. Bro.
Yeah, man, and you don't want to ask for help. You don't, but I had to ask for help in hand.
Yeah.
I had no option but to do it. But then I look back now and go, if only I'd have just asked somebody and told them the truth all along, I could have avoided all this fucking
trauma.
Yeah, and like this shithole that I've dug myself into, Yeah. So, but me saying this is, I'm hoping that it makes someone realise and that heals somebody else, you know. So, there's no worse than feeling ashamed. There's nothing, but
definitely
there is help. Do you know what I mean? Just
so much of it these days as well.
Yeah, I think you're a bigger man for asking for help, in my opinion. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, when you're in that moment, you think, I'm a dad. Yeah. I want my son to be proud of me, and I don't need help. I can do it all myself. So, you can't. Addiction is tough, man.
You'd be a complete knobhead as a person to frown upon someone who's asking for help because they're in the shit due to trauma from
and I don't even think it's that, though. I think when you're in that mindset, you're just that ashamed to ask for it. You don't realise like people would actually help you, but like I said, in my head, I didn't want that because I've always been that guy. Like you said, we're good guys. We don't want anyone worrying about us because that makes it worse then, so I just tough.
And you can tell them not to worry. It's like all your family and that. Deep down, they're bricking it for you because they know you're a man. You're going to do what the fuck you want, and they can't really do out about it.
Yeah.
And sometimes if they interfere too much, it'll drive you away and make you worse. But at the same time, they can't just leave you.
Yeah,
to fuck
definitely
you set up. But
definitely,
I'm one of them people where no one can tell me. Like I won't even listen, not in a rude way.
Yeah.
I've got to decide that for myself. I can
I know what you're saying.
I can take what people are saying on board. Like my mum used to have words with me all the time, and it got to a point where, bloody hell, I'm going to get emotional here. It used to get to a point where the times where I'd cry for help would be when I come in, ketted up from pub, and I'd just be so down, and I'd be ashamed, and I'd be sat with my mum on end of my bed, crying to her, saying, Mum, I can't do this anymore, I really can't do it, I need fucking help, I need to go to rehab, I need something, because it's been 8 years, and I tried stopping for a good 3 of them, and it was just same old shit, couldn't do it.
Relapse after relapse.
Relapse, bro.
100%.
Over 100 times I tried. A lot of times people didn't know when I was trying, and I'd last fucking 24 hours. Sometimes 24 hours, and a lot of kids had probably done the same. They'd probably gone in when you're an enthusiastic Sunday, thinking, right, I'm going to smash the rest of this. Wake up on Monday morning, and then be at work, feeling enthusiastic. Second they finish work, I feel I'm going to have it again. Back in cycle. And I just used to look at pictures of my kids thinking, you do not deserve this at all. Especially after watching my dad ruin his fucking relationship and his fatherhood and his life through drug taking, and I was just doing exactly the same.
Yeah,
exactly the same.
I always put it down to when I was younger, like losing my best mate at 24.
Was that Kiko?
No, Lewis. Yeah.
Lewis, what was his name?
Lewis Siddall.
Lewis, I assume him from Skeller.
Yeah. And,
probably know him by face.
But like that, I seem to have got worse on drugs when that happened. Like always, excuse what to numb yourself. I was sick of crying about it, and it in long run it made it worse. In my opinion, I got more emotional the more fucked up I was getting. So it's never the answer, But
for us men in this world, and women, but I'd say definitely mainly men. Mainly men that you just feel so pressured.
Yeah. You do. Yeah. And like you just said, women as well. But there's something about a man where I grew up where we always said, "Oh, you're a man," you know. You know, and that it's hard to fucking.
Yeah.
It's hard to open up when you've had that like drilled into you from not your parents or out like that, but just people in general. Like that was the stigma back then. Oh, you know, you're a bloke. You know, come on. So the pressure, like you said, it's insane.
I just when I were in my addiction, I just felt so bad for my fucking mum. Like she's had this with my dad, my big brother, and then me, and I'm just like, my mum has done fuck all other than do everything for everybody, and it's like you'd think our full family basically are all fucking drug addicts or been drug addicts or whatever. And then it's like, but the mother is the best mum you could ever ask for, and it's like, how does that work out?
I know,
she's so like, anti-drug.
You say to yourself, like, why am I doing this to her?
Well,
but you still do it even after you've said that.
Because you're an addict.
Yeah.
And it's horrible.
You know them good thoughts are there, but then you're still taking, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible, mate.
It is so horrible. And there's so many people who are daily active drug addicts.
Yeah.
Daily active drug addicts.
Well, I was that addicted to coke when I got to a point of seeing a lot of women at the time. I was going out quite every weekend.
Real bad man.
27 babies.
Yeah. 26 babies.
Mothers.
27 baby mothers. Real bad man. You can tell he's a bad man, though, innit? You can just tell. But carry on, bro.
But I got to that point where ADHD in it for you.
Yeah, trust me.
But I was doing it to, like I said, I don't know. I was going through a stage where I was going to hotels or whatever, and you know, meeting women, but
on a seedy one.
Yeah, seedy. Well, mate, coke is seedy like that.
Oh,
though.
mate.
You know, I mean, even when you're at home, just fucking.
Oh, so you're boring out.
8 wanks and I just whacking it against my belly in long run because it won't go hard anymore.
Boring vegetables out just to fuck something. Carrot,
tatty water.
Yeah.
Dicks just.
Yeah.
You know. But
fucking hell.
What an image that is. But yeah, man. I mean, I got to a point where I was having to take Viagra.
I was like that, we can't.
And you can imagine what your fucking heart's doing anyway on coke and Viagra. I've always said, I'm surprised I've never had a fucking heart attack, mate. Like,
you were strongest swimmer for a reason, bro. Man can act that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Praised.
Fucking hell, yeah. You had to have Viagra to have intercourse.
Oh, mate. Yeah, and even sometimes then it were like semi too hard, if that.
Yeah, no, I've had Viagra and not even got hard before.
Oh, yeah.
Pure cat dick again.
Yeah. Like, I've had 2, mate. I remember
having
double.
2. I've double. I don't really like talking about stuff to do with sex, like on.
I know, but
it's got to be said sometimes.
Past time, wasn't it?
Yeah,
past times. It's not like I fucking do it now, but fucking hell, back then. By the way, my dick works absolutely fine when I'm not coked up on me.
Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
I hope you're not having 8 wanks tonight.
No. I can't fucking stay awake.
Fuck me, what will coming out at the end of it?
Like I said, but
vape juice trickling out.
Yeah. Oh, it was coughing in the end.
Like that fucking, what's that thing off of fucking SpongeBob where he dries up? Have you ever watched that episode where SpongeBob dries up? Dick's just making weird ass fucking old man dying of thirst.
Oh man.
Let's get to nitty gritty. Is there who are the specific people who have done something that that's really stuck in your head and you thought, you know what, that's so fucking nice here. I really needed that at that time. Or someone who's had your back, or someone who's constructively told you straight and what you need and give you that glimmer of hope.
I mean,
you get what I'm saying, innit?
Yeah. I mean, all my close friends who I ended up telling about it, you know, all them, but I think, you know, there's Matty, my old boss. He tried helping me multiple times to sort myself out, and you know, you ignored it, and I kept doing it, and all in all, I respect him for firing me because he helped me sort my fucking shit, mate. Like, I needed to get fired, so I weren't getting no money, so I could sort my shit.
And he couldn't jeopardise his created
business. Yeah,
through you.
I were ruining his business at that point. I weren't turning in. Everyone was talking about me by then, you know, and you know, Matty did what he had to do. So, in my opinion, utmost respect, and we talk now. You know what I mean?
Nice.
He didn't talk to me for a while, which, like I said, why would he? You know, at that point, you know, I needed that, and he clearly needed space from me after what I did. So
yeah,
but yeah, he knows I'll always respect him. He taught me everything I know tattooing. It's how I earn my money.
He's pretty
now.
good. I don't really know the blood. If I seen him in the street, I'd probably just say hey up. I wouldn't even say how you doing, mate. You good? Just say hey up.
Mate, yeah.
But I've seen his work, and it is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
What
about you then? Like, who?
What about me? Oh, my mother's always had me back. I just love my mum so much, and do you know what? I'm sometimes a dickhead with her, and I'm sharp with her, and probably don't do enough stuff with her, and but I hope she knows how much I really, really respect her and what she's done for us as children. And in addiction, she'd sit with me at the end of bed and try and help me out, even though it was a fucking waste of time, because it was just personally going in one ear and out the other. But it's nice that I just knew she had my back no matter what. I've always been able to go up to her and tell her. I ain't told her everything, but I know I could have told her without any judgment, and I appreciate that. My boss of work being one of them, Anthony. So obviously I've basically been a drug addict from starting work as a ground worker, civil worker, and basically were a drug addict the whole time. And I rang him up one day. Once I knew I'd sorted rehab, I says, Anthony, mate, I'm not gonna lie, mate, I've basically been a drug addict ever since working for you. I've booked myself into rehab. I really need it. I can't wait for it, and I'm proper. This is the last shot for me, and I am gonna do it. And his words were, "Get yourself sorted, mate. Get back to work." And I just respected that so much, because he could have said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Right. I don't ever want to see you again, man. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, it's mad, because I had clients say exact same thing to me. Like, when I had to message a lot, like, clear, I lost a few, but there were so many that said to me, "Sort yourself out, Ryan. I will come and get tattooed off you when you're sorted."
That's so,
you know, and it
feels
feels good,
like,
man. You know, and
heartwarming.
It's hope, innit? That's what gives you that.
I needed
you
that.
Boosted, yeah.
I needed that.
You know, that's where, you know, we needed it to get past that. So, you know, people believing in you, I think, that it shows, right, we can do it, you know.
It were a help to come out of the rehab centre, which we'll go into discuss as the next episode.
Part 3.
Yeah, part 3, remember that shit.
Relapses,
job a lot, baby. We're going in. And it just give me the ambition to just say, right, you've been in, you've suffered, you've sat in a bed with a load of heroin addicts. I'm going into it here, heroin addicts, whatever, etc.
Give him a teaser, son.
Yeah,
give him a teaser.
You don't want me to tease you, girl, do you? Fucking dirty bitch. It's getting a bit graphic now. And just knowing that I could walk out of there at any point straight into my job next day, and I just appreciated it so much. I love work. It's one thing that keeps my head on a good one. It's the only time where I don't really think about that much shit stuff, if I'm being brutally honest. You know, with ADHD and overthinking. When I'm cracking on at work, the aim is crack on, get a mint job done. Anyone of importance looks at it and just thinks, that's perfect, that might be well done. And yeah, it's a biggie for me in life, working. So I'm really thankful.
I'm looking forward to seeing you next and hearing about your rehab and that.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it was only a week, but that's all I needed,
that's what you needed. You sorted now.
Year and 8 months since I took it last. So
yeah, man.
That rehab did the job, and
right, we're checking out.
Guys. Nice one for that.
See you next time. Thank you.
Safe, boys. See you later.
Comment, like.
Yeah, comment,
subscribe as well.
Subscribe up on that bitch.
And ring that little bell, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'll ring your fucking bell, big boy. Let's go.
Let's go.